Hello, I'm going to try something different today. I'm in the bedroom and I'm going to work with this subject here. I thought, because my videos have been getting longer every day, and some people have been in touch to say that they feel they're falling behind with these various projects. Ivania and I are doing one video a day. We've had 5 days, that's 10 videos. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to do something fairly quick and simple, and it'll mean that those who want something to do can be kept busy, and those who are falling behind can catch up. So I've come into our bedroom. I've half closed the curtain because I want to do a tonal drawing, a charcoal rub away drawing. So let's see if this is going to work. This is where I'm going to put my board so that you can see what I'm doing. I've got a small piece of cartridge paper, half of A4, so it's A5, a thick stick of charcoal which I've snapped into a shorter length, and firstly I'm just going to cover the piece of paper with charcoal, like that. I'm going to rub it in. The board underneath is a bit rough, but that doesn't matter. Got a little bit of texture. That's about enough to cover it. And here's my subject. So the window, I've half closed the curtain. There's a chair at the desk and some books in the bookshelves. And I'm going to look with my eyes half closed. And when I do that, I see the dark shapes of the half-closed curtain there, and the longer bit of curtain down here, and a little bit of bookshelf. Now I've got a small piece of paper, so I'm going to struggle to fit it all on, but what I'm hoping to demonstrate is that you can change your drawing with this technique very quickly and very easily. So it doesn't matter that I'm not entirely sure about where things are and the size of things, but I'm looking down on the table. Hope you can see that. And I like the chair, so I'm hoping to get that chair in there. So all of this I'm doing really with the side of the charcoal, putting down a few dark shapes like that, approximately. Then I'm going to take a piece of plastic rubber. Some people like putty rubbers. I find the putty rubbers just smudge and smear a lot. But these plastic rubbers, which I've cut into a small piece, are very good at carving into charcoal. So again, if I look with my eyes half closed, that's the scene. The lightest parts of my subject are firstly the bit of window showing up here. And some of the sort of shutters, the window sill, and then there's quite a lot of light falling on the table on those bits of paper. So I do that first. So that's given me some of the main light and dark shapes. Because I cut my plastic rubber, it's got a sharp edge that you probably can't see, but with that, if I want to get the light on the edge of the chair, then I can just do that with a thin bit of rubber. And then this side of the curtain has a little bit of light on it. And I'll smudge some more of that. So really, I'm just working with tone. And those are some of the main light and dark shapes. There's a middle grey, if you like, and there's a few bits of black and a few bits of white in my drawing. And I can now carry on for a long time, refining this drawing, gradually making some of the darks darker, like this bit of the curtain. It's a little bit darker. It falls over the table like that. There's also some dark in the curtain over here. And when I reach the bookcase, and there are some dark areas below each of the shelves. There's a bit of perspective there because that line is sloping down, and then gradually by the middle it's sort of horizontal, and then it starts to slope up. Again, these are approximate because this bookcase is confusing. I don't quite know exactly where things should be yet, but if I do some of the rough dark shapes, I can then use the eraser to get a little bit of light on each of the shelves. That tip of looking with your eyes half closed is really useful because you see less and you just see the main light and dark shapes. And if you start drawing what you see with your eyes half closed and then open your eyes and start to see more, then you can introduce more detail, more emphasis, more definition to your drawing as things progress. So I think that's probably the main thing to show you to get you started. I'll attach a photograph of a more developed drawing when I send out the email. And if you're not falling behind with all these tasks and you'd like to spend longer on this, I've got a book in the middle of the table, I'll put that on. You'd like to spend longer on this, then rather than, as I've done here, maybe if you do a little A5 attempt like I've done, take it as far as I'm showing you here, and then maybe start again with a bigger piece of paper. Because if you work on a bigger scale, you'll be able to go further. But certainly enjoy the fact that with this technique you can put things down very quickly and you can change them. So get into the habit of not bringing everything up to the same level of detail, but actually choosing certain things to emphasize. Do I want to emphasize the book on the table or the chair at the empty desk? Or do I want to make people look a little bit more outside the window? Do I need to get a stronger bit of contrast around the window frame? So play around with changing the emphasis in your drawing as you develop it. Don't just make it detailed everywhere, but choose certain parts of the scene to give more attention.